that inevitable period where Christmas hangs over the new year like a pall. I just can't bear it. Hi and welcome to Outlaw Bookseller. I'm in Bristol today visiting Second Page Books, and it's a beautiful sunny day, but it's very cold. Here I am in Second Page in Bristol Gallery Shopping Centre, which is a really good second-hand bookshop. Somebody on the channel emailed me. I did come before and try and do some filming before, but the film didn't come out for some reason. First time it's ever happened. So I've managed to get over here again today, and I've just talked to the guys here, including Simon, who I've been emailing, and I just thought I'd show you what they've got, because it's a really good shop. We're going to focus on the SF fantasy and horror, of course. And last time I came, I was very impressed with a lot of the stuff they had. We'll try and talk you through it. Now, as you know, I'm not buying at the moment because I've got so much. And ironically, on the way here, I slipped on the platform at Bath, and I've injured my wrist, so I might be a bit more slow than usual. So I do apologise, but what a way to start the year. So we've got a fair amount of fantasy here. These are book club editions, of course. And we'll get past these and onto the SF soon, but they've got some nice stuff, including some uncommon titles, and they're expanding soon into a second unit. There's a Henry Treece in Puffin. I do collect Treece, and he's uncommon. That's £15, so the prices are quite reflective with the uncommon stuff of what you find on the internet. And I have advised the guys that they should possibly start bagging some of their pricier stuff, but they've got some real crackers here, it has to be said. So I must get my friend Jules Burt to come and have a look, and I know that Jules will see this video, of course. Peter Haining, look at that, Golax, yeah, great editor Haining. So as I say, bear with me because I'm in quite a bit of pain in my wrist this morning, so just have to buy a support for it. As I say, if it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, this is an absolutely cracking shop. Here's the SF, A to Z by author. And if I do get tempted and decide to buy anything today, what I'll be doing is showing you the book haul and recent acquisitions, but that will be in the club room in the exclusive member videos. There's some ballads there in Penguin. Four-Dimensional Nightmare is one that I would like in Penguin, so that's something I might take a look at. Some doors there from Barbet, the French SF author. Some Barrington Bailey, including a first of the Garments of Saya in there. Let's see, is that a first printing? We'll just have a look. This is one of my favourite Baileys, and I've never actually, this is the only copy I've actually seen of this door one, because of course I've got a UK one, but as I say, I'm having some mobility problems, so I'm holding the camera with one hand and what have you. But yeah, that's nice. So I'm going to take a look at that. That is one of the ones which was never published in hardcover, so that's a good one to go for. So Bester, Michael Bishop, all sorts of great stuff, as you see. And this is fairly uncommon as well, Logan's World, William F. Nolan. That's the actual edition I have, which I bought first time around when I was a kid. Best of Cordwainer Smith there. So there's some really good stuff here. I mean, you go to a lot of second-hand bookshops now, and if you rely on charity shops, which hopefully none of you have to do, fundamentally, you know, you are generally looking at later B format stuff, but there's a lot of A format here, as you see, which is fantastic. There's some Michael Conies there, including Rax, which Ira at SF Words of Wonder. That was his #1 book last year. And of course, as you know, I'm a Coney fan, and we covered that because it's also known as Hello Summer Goodbye in the UK and Palahaxie Tide in Canada. Great stuff. There's all sorts of lovely things here. So I'm going to do some more shelf scanning for you now. Richard Cowper in paperback, Breakthrough. That's Ballantine by the look of it. You don't often see that. I used to have that edition. I've got a hardcover Gollancz first, of course. As if Gollancz are a Dobson, I think it's a Dobson actually. So yeah, there's some great stuff here. It's the best of Avram Davidson, edited by Michael Kurland. I like Michael Kurland actually. Here's a really uncommon book. I mean, this is a door edition of No Wait for Last Year. Now, I've never actually seen one of these before. It's actually one of my least favourite PKD novels, but I am going to reread it soon because it's been a long time. And it was one of the ones that back in the day, I don't think I did it any real justice. So we shall see. And here's a very uncommon Dick paperback, The Penguin, Time at a Joint with Marilyn Monroe on the cover. Again, you don't see that very often. And I am sort of back in a Philip K. Dick mode at the moment because I'm preparing to do a 4-way Zoom Skype type thing with Ira, who I mentioned, and Richard at Vintage SF, and Matt Defoe at Science Fiction Reads. And that's going to be about PKD short stories. That's coming up later in the month. Lots of Farmer here. Farmer really is sort of falling from favour these days. Nobody amongst the new, younger readers seems to be enjoying his work. And, you know, I can understand their misgivings because some of it is great, but some of it is really sort of substandard. But no more so than a lot of other things, you know. But yeah, so after I've gone through with the scan here, I might pick out some things for myself. So really, really nice. Here's an interesting one. Rudyard Kipling science fiction, presented by John Brenner. I mean, Kipling wrote quite a bit of SF, so it's obviously an ex-library book, a tall one, just American, very nice. Speaking of American books, here's the best of C.M. Cornbluth. Don't often see that in the UK. I do blow hot and cold over Cornbluth. I think he's good and important, but I do find him somewhat irritating as well. And funny enough, there is the paperback, which, as I say, you rarely see these at all. But I think I'm probably going to have that, but we shall see. So I'll put a link in the description to the shops and put in details so you know where to come. But it's well worth a visit. As you see, I'm impressed. I mean, you rarely go anywhere these days and see such a great range of secondhand SF in A format particularly, and of course there's hardcovers here as well, as you see. All sorts of lovely stuff. You know, it's the sort of place, you know, if you come along, you know, bring some money with you, because, you know, you could sort of go mad here and really fill a lot of gaps in your archive. And, you know, there's certainly lots of great titles here, which I'd really recommend. And there's nice US editions. I mean, look at this. This is Davy by Edgar Pangborn, but lovely. And that's Ballantine. Never seen that edition before. I've got a UK first from Dobson, which has got a beautiful cover. And Pangborn is, the writing is fantastic. I don't find him very compelling, but the actual writing is brilliant, you know. And interestingly, there's a Chris Priest, Fig for a Darkening Island, probably the most controversial science fiction novel in print today, that nobody's noticed, of course. There will be something coming up about that before too long. Tom Raimi's Blind Voices, it's a cracker. I enjoyed that last year. Some Keith Roberts there, including Machines and Men. Fairly uncommon collection. So as you see, we're moving our way around now. A nice Bob Shaw. This is a favourite Shaw of mine, Medusa's Children. It's a minor one, but I do love it. It's a great little book. So I might reread that soon. I've read it several times. And here's a US edition in Dell of A Wreath of Stars, another favourite. So absolutely lovely stuff, as you can see. Silverberg. who, by the time I put this video up, I think Bob will be 90. I mean, he's not writing anymore, but I mean, what an absolute star he's been across his whole career. So yeah, absolutely lovely stuff here. So I could have a good look for myself in a moment, because what I find is when I film these videos is that later when I watch the footage, I see things I would have been interested in and to buy, and I fail to pick them up because I'm talking and otherwise engaged with the actual filming. So yeah, marvellous. There's a Philip Wiley there, Under the Dream. I might be interested in that actually. Here's me saying that I'm not buying at the moment. There's an interesting Sterling Lanier there. Oh, I know Richard at Vintage SF was reading last year, because some of his books come back into print. And some anthologies. So there we go. But we'll take a look around generally. It's a great shop, as you can see, and I say the guys are going to expand again soon. It's of non-fiction, all sorts of things. And in the stock room out there, staff only, so there's more goodies to come out. Lovely. You can even have a sit down as well, look. There you go. YA. And lots of lovely general fiction as well. Look at that. So that's A going right the way around. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 12 bays. Some of them are half size, some of them are big bays. But 12 bays of hardcover, paperback and trade paperback fiction. Absolutely lovely. Right. So I hope you enjoyed that. I can have a close look now and see what I fancy buying, because there might be one or two things. And as I say, I'll be showing you those when I do the clubroom video. And thanks to Simon and the guys for letting me film. And you know, do come along here yourself. It's really, really great little shop. I would recommend it. And it's in central Bristol in the Gallery Shopping Centre, so it's really easy to get to. You can park here. You know, it's not out in the sticks. So absolutely marvellous. We'll take one last look at the SF. So yes, we've got 1, 2, effectively 5 bays, and you know, there's a lot of really good quality, interesting stuff here, not a lot of the usual recent stuff. So don't miss it. Come along to second page.
As we were coming into this shop, a lot of this science fiction is came from his collection.
Oh, right.
So you might enjoy talking to him if you have time.
Sure. Great stuff. And this is the expansion, which will be opening soon. A lot more books. Excellent.